Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. So we're going to jump right into the video. So have you all heard about the mask burning ceremonies they've been having around the country here in the United States? I would even consider that to be like a flag burning. You know, burning the United States flag. And the reason why I say that is because the flag represents freedom. It represents liberty and justice for all, supposedly. Okay, we know that's not to be true, but that's what it's supposed to represent. Okay, these masks are supposed to also help us gain our freedom back by, fighting the coronavirus, protecting yourselves and others and your family as well. And, that's a form of freedom, because if everybody decides to wear the mask together, that's a way to combat sickness and disease. That's what the doctors across the board are saying, okay? These senators and mayors or whoever they are lifting the ban at 100% in these different states here in the United States. Texas, Mississippi, Florida. Even here in my neck of the woods in North Carolina, they have lifted the ban 50%. It's not time yet. We have seen some improvement of the virus, but it's not completely and utterly gone yet, which it will never be. But we can bring it down. So they are having mask burning ceremonies across the United States. Idaho, I know, was one place. I believe Florida was another place. They are actually burning their masks, and they're taking their children to these burning ceremonies. Okay? Now, personally, I feel that if you don't want to wear the mask, don't wear the mask. But I think that you should respect other people if you are in their vicinity, okay? And they are wearing a mask, then you should be wearing a mask too. That's my personal belief. To protect other people, to respect their space, to respect their wishes. If you don't want to wear a mask, that's on you. But we don't know if you have a virus and you don't know if I have a virus. So we should respect each other. That'll be the same scenario as me going to meet someone in a hotel. They don't know if I have the HIV virus, and I don't know if they have the HIV virus. So we come to a conclusion that we need to wear a condom. They have female condoms, they have men condoms, right? But when one person refuses, that means they're not taking my health into consideration either. Or if I refuse, I'm not taking their health into consideration, and what they may take home to their wife, or what I may take home to my husband. So it's a matter of respect. It's a level of respect and just having compassion and consideration for your fellow man. That's all this is about. But burning masks is one thing. But when you take your children to these ceremonies, what are you conveying to them? That they don't have to respect authority, and they don't have to respect anyone else. They can do whatever they want to do. They are privileged. And we know in this American state right here, we are not privileged. Everyone is not privileged. We don't have the opportunity to just do things that we want to do without having some consequences, some major consequences, right? So I would suggest that since the parents want to take their children out to burn masks and disrespect other people's rights, because it's not disrespecting their rights not to wear the mask. It's only asking you to protect yourself. They have a right not to wear the mask, but you don't have a right to endanger other people. You have a right to carry a gun, but you don't have the right to go rob a bank with it or hold people hostage with a gun. You have the right to follow the law. And right now they are saying to please wear a mask. So how about taking your child to the Brenner's Children's Hospital and letting them see children laying up in their sick bed that has to wear an oxygen mask every day, hooked up to a machine because they can't breathe on their own? How about taking them to St. Jude's and letting them see those children there that can't go outside and play? They can't go to a mass burning because they have a mask on, breathing oxygen every day. And they couldn't be around you because of this virus. Take them to places and let them see that before you decide to burn masks and give your children that thought that they don't have to respect other people. That's just like now, we can't smoke in buildings. Okay, I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. But people that smoke cigarettes are not allowed to smoke inside of buildings because they recognize that you can get secondhand smoke to people who do not smoke. They can get secondhand cancer. Secondhand, we inhale your cigarette smoke and then we can get cancer before you get cancer. So they stopped it. People that smoke didn't like it, but I don't want to breathe in your cigarette smoke if I don't smoke. And I shouldn't have to go outside of my workplace. So they stopped it. You have to go outside. Okay? It's the same difference with the mask. If I'm wearing a mask and you're not, I would ask you to stay away 6 feet distance. Don't come up in my face without a mask on because the mask is not 100%. They are having these mask burnings, and I still believe that is a form of defiance against President Biden, and it's a cult. These people are still following Trump and his advice, and these people that are, I'm looking at the Parkers this morning, Kimberly and Monique, and the professor, they are hilarious. But I believe it's a form of defiance and just disrespect because they are still upset that Biden won the election, And just imagine if Trump had stayed in office, what kind of behavior would we be experiencing now? Imagine what we would be experiencing now. It was already horrific, But since they are going to the point that they are just burning masks, I cannot believe that. They are burning masks. Some years ago, they burnt the flag, the American flag, and people just had a fit. I can't believe they disrespecting the American flag. I can't believe it. That's a form of freedom. That's a form of liberty and justice for all. How dare them? Lil Wayne just stomped all over the flag, and people just had a fit about Lil Wayne stomping all over the flag. But then you're going to sit here in the same country that is supposed to be for freedom and liberty and justice for all, and you're going to burn masks that is made to protect you, your family, friends, and strangers that you don't know. But you should have some kind of compassion for. You could be standing next to someone who has a breathing problem, who has asthma, whatever the case may be. You could have the virus and don't know it. You're not covered, and you can give it to them. They go home and die. So you aided in someone's death. It's serious. It's not a joke. Sit down, let your child and yourself look at people who are on the ventilators now because of the virus. People are still having symptoms well after the virus have left their bodies. But it affects people, and you're putting your children at risk. Even if you don't want to wear the mask, tell your children and yourself, respect other people's wishes. We don't have to wear the mask. I don't want to wear the mask, but we will not go to a mask burning ceremony, and we will respect other people's wishes. That's what you do. But these states here, Texas and Mississippi and Florida, they have lifted the ban at 100% in some other states. It's ridiculous. Give the virus time to settle down. Give it time to settle down. It's settling down, but they are rushing everything. And the doctors are coming on the news and they're saying, do not comply with the ban lift in these states. They're saying, do not continue to wear your mask and practice 6 foot distancing. But the people are just, they do not like authority. And if you don't like authority, that's not good. How can you follow Jesus Christ or God, the creator of the universe, or any God that you worship, whatever it may be, whoever it may be, if you don't like authority? Because God tells you to follow authority. If it's in the right capacity, he says, follow them. He set them up in these places. Follow authority. If they are telling you the right thing, now let's use common sense. If they're telling you to do the right thing, you follow authority. But you're defying authority. So how can you follow Christ? Or Buddha? Or whoever you worship? Because I'm sure most gods, whether real or false, would encourage you, I would assume, from what I'm hearing other people saying why they worship other gods, because their God implements excellence. Their God represents, love, peace. So I'm sure they would tell you to follow authority and respect authority. You know? And even if you don't worship any God, if you're an atheist, there should still be some kind of consciousness inside of you that would enable you to want to follow authority. But now you have your children. People have their children out here burning masks, disrespecting the government, disrespecting the United States, disrespecting your fellow man, your sisters and brothers. It's ridiculous what this world has come to, that you've taken your children to a mask burning. It's ridiculous. I just don't understand it, you know? I am going to encourage you all this Tuesday morning to continue to follow safe distancing practices, 6 feet apart, if more, and wear your mask. Wash your hands. You know, don't walk up into people's spaces and don't allow them to walk up into your space. Protect yourself and your family. Don't follow these people. Do not follow these people because you're going to regret it. You know, you don't know how your body may react. And I find myself talking about the COVID constantly because it's always in the news. It's always something going on regarding this virus. And it's just heartbreaking. It's ridiculous. You don't know what this world has come to, such a devastating state. Sometimes I wish we could go back to the 70s. The 70s was bomb. I was a little girl, but the 70s was just like, it was bomb diggity. You know, it was just, that's old, bomb diggity. But it was just bomb. It was great. The 70s was great. Sometimes I just want to go back to the 70s and start over again. This world is disgusting. It's awful. You know, practice 6 foot distances or more. If you are out there and you know me personally, do not come into my vicinity without a mask. Respect me. If it was you and you were in my shoes and you were wearing a mask and I wasn't wearing one, I would respect you. I would not blow cigarette smoke in your face if you don't smoke and I smoke. So I'm asking you, if you know me personally, please do not come up to me without a mask on your face. Because I'm going to have a problem with that, because I want to live. And I don't know who has what, and a mask is not 100%, but it would help. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.